But of course, this weekend it's all about the World Cup final, isn't it? Who's going to win it on Sunday? Argentina or the French? But on Saturday, live in talkSPORT, they're all live in talkSPORT, the World Cup third place playoff game. So of course, we know it's Croatia against Morocco. Should third place be something to celebrate? Is it a good sporting achievement? In other words, Martin, is this worth having or is it a pointless match?
Well, it's the game nobody wants to play, but it has to be played. And even in terms of the professional side of the broadcasting, everyone doing the commentary, co-com, want to do a final, but they're doing a third place playoff. So you've got to be professional. You're there. You might as well get on with it. You might as well have some victory in finishing third.
But might as well is not good enough, is it? This is a World Cup.
Yeah, but Jim, look.
Might as well ditch it.
You play in the Champions League and you end up in the Europa League, and you go off and everyone says it's worthwhile winning, isn't it? The Europa League. It's another trophy. This isn't quite the same, but nonetheless it is.
But it's coming third.
You
a
regroup.
Decent sporting achievement.
You're proud. You're representing your country. You've got fans who paid good money to be there, travelled a length and breadth. They wanted to see you in the final. They're not. So you've got a responsibility to give your best, Jim.
The Belgium
you might as well see it through
last time round.
Yes,
and that's why they advertised the manager's job was needing a winner in the
classified ads this week.
Classified ads this week.
But third place is a victory as well, though.
It's a hollow victory.
What kind of victory is it?
It is a victory because you come third, Jim. You're the third best team in the world. You know, there isn't a shame in that.
So would you be proud of that third place medal back home?
Well, I'm pretty certain Morocco and Croatia will be this time round. If they get it, if Morocco get that to represent the African nation,
maybe I get that.
So what, you think they're going to try any harder than the Croatian team who are coming to the end of an era and want to finish on a good note? No. This is going to be a proper game, Jim. Make no mistake.
I've got a funny feeling that you, Mr. Jordan, are going to join forces with the swimmer Adam Peaty, who is just the British double Olympic champion. Adam Peaty says he's been left angered at having to settle for bronze just yesterday at the 100 metres breaststroke in the short course world championships in Melbourne. He said, "I'm angry with bronze. I don't get bronze often. It's a bit of a weird one to have on Wikipedia." He doesn't want it to be third place. He doesn't want a bronze medal. He'd rather not have it. Would either Croatia or Morocco rather be third than not?
How
have
you
it?
Comparing those two is ridiculous. The amount of medals they get in swimming, Jim.
And this guy
Adam Peaty is a serial winner. There's no comparison to Croatia and Morocco.
And that's a good point, Martin.
Come on.
And that's a good point. And also the construction of the sports are very different. We are schooled and steeped in the sentiment of getting a medal at an Olympics or a World Championships or a Commonwealth Games is something of value. I think it's very difficult to argue for people that want to win tournaments without that sentiment of, first loser is just a loser, right? That anything other than winning the tournament is of any significant merit, and playing for third and fourth players, I think it's part of history that probably needs to be confined to history. And the reason why it still exists is because it fulfills another opportunity to generate broadcasting revenue for the World Cup. Because ultimately, the majority of teams, Morocco, whilst they will play because of the nature of the component parts of their team, my favourite word at the moment is component parts, and the fact that they've gone into a World Cup, they've overachieved, they've gone in with this attitude from a coach that exudes what you want to hear in modern day football is we aren't superstars, we don't need this, we don't need that, but what we are is we're built upon application and motivation, and that's what you want to hear. But that still doesn't alter the fact that they probably would much prefer not to play in a third and fourth playoff because it's pretty meaningless. It will give them some sort of... they've already got the glory. They're World Cup semi-finalists. You don't play for third and fourth in the FA Cup, do you?
Exactly.
No. But Jim,
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, this
is
competition football.
So is the
isn't
FA
it?
Cup.
This is competition football. So what's the message? So do we all go home when we can't win it? Is that it?
Yeah, that's how it works.
No.
Well,
no. So maybe it's bigger. It's bigger for these players that they go for it to the very end, and that's where they end up, Jim, where they deserve to be, in third place maybe. And that's what's on the line here. I'd want to go home with a third place medal now. I wouldn't want to finish fourth. I want to finish third. Of course, I want to win it.
And that's fine if the construct of the tournament throws out the necessity for the third and fourth place. It doesn't really. The bottom line is other tournament in sport really plays for third and fourth. You don't get the losing semi-finalists of Wimbledon playing for third and fourth, do you?
It's not on your bucket list of things.
It's
that
not
you
on your
look
bucket
to
list
achieve.
of things to do. So if you're going to do it, what your argument is, if it's going to be done, go win it, right?
Yeah.
I agree with
Do
that.
your best,
but does
there,
it need to be done? Is the
be honest
argument.
with me, Martin. Do you ever look at runners-up medals that you've got back home?
No, Jim, they're not. They're not actually out in any kind of cabinet.
That's
nor
the
are
point.
but nor are the winners ones either, because it's not about. It's about what we
But if you
re-achieve. It's what we
were-
re-achieve, not what we used to achieve.
If you
But I
were
haven't
to
got
bring
them all
people
out
around
around
to your
me.
house and show off your medals, you wouldn't be showing off your loser's medal, would you?
No, but it's funny actually when you look back. It's the
You
it's
could
the
take them
it's
out
the,
carol
it's the
singing with you,
defeats.
it's
It's when
losers' medals.
it's the runners-up medals that you remember most. I can tell you the missed opportunities is
Right.
what you remember, not necessarily the glory.
So that would be
and
great,
the
isn't
acclaim.
it?
Is that right? That's interesting. Is that true?
100%.
You remember what? You remember the moment that could have changed it in your favour, but didn't?
Yeah, it's like sliding doors in football, but you can change the course of history. You have that moment in time where you can do that. And it happened. It was there for Harry Kane. And it went the door shut in his face. So
He
it's
shut
there,
the
but you
door.
have to be able to see it and recognise it, but actually walk through the door.
You're
at
trying to tell me
moments.
you remember your FA Cup runners-up medal more
Yes, I
than
do.
your Premier League winners medal?
Yes, I do. The Michael Owen cup final, they
the
called
half-empty
it.
glass over
went
there.
went up for a cup final. Went up for a corner and should have stayed back. Left Tony to it, and he ran through and scored. Yeah, it's still in my mind. But, you move on, and we were back there the
Gee,
next
you're a
year.
fun night
It's
out.
how you react, isn't it, to adversity. We were stood on that pitch and we said, this ain't going to happen again. We were back there the following year.
And that's a good point.
And we
That's
made
a good point.
and we won the double that season. And we won the league at Old
Dare I
Trafford.
ask this?
So you have to hurt a little bit to get better to come back to win a bit.